And then you
JS
try your own and you mess with this and you mess with that and okay.
Yeah, but
Alright, yo, we're live.
Alright.
I'm just before we go back to that, I say yo, welcome everybody to FreeCodeCamp. This is session 7. This is Giovanni. We have Craig Clark in the building, and we have Ronnie
Blessings
in the building as well.
Hail.
Yeah, so we're just checking this live stream now. We can go and talk before we start.
Okay.
Alright, so as I was saying, with MDN,
yeah.
we're just going in the technology section and chose JavaScript, and them kind of a roadmap to follow.
Yeah.
Okay. So we just go through and read all of the information we can from the roadmap. And wherever they have code, they usually have a connection to CodePen.
Right.
So you see the code live and you can interact with it.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's a lot of information to read.
Maybe I have to go involve a little bit more MDN because I bucked up some of the tutorials the other day on MDN. I didn't really use them. What I did use though was I used their navigator geolocation. They have a sample, an example code on their page, which I used in the weather app to basically get the coordinates. Yeah, and it works perfectly. And that's what I also use to produce an image. So I just threw in a little map so at least you can see where you are in the world, add into the background, whatever. So that came from MDN. But again, like I said before, I've always found MDN a little hard to read until I have an idea of what it's saying in layman terms first.
Oh, I think I've used that before, that API with the geolocation.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It's pretty straightforward though.
I've used it, but I'm not sure if it's in my app. I was just checking to see if it's in my one.
I think I did see some geolocation thing though.
Should I get request?
Yeah, it's in there.
It's there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's there because what I do it by IP address if the person know enable that geolocation thing. So just in case.
Oh really?
The person, yeah. So they're supposed to have 2.
Yeah, man,
the design crappy.
That's how it works. So essentially everything is now an API.
Alright, we're live on FreeCode. Oh gosh, what's this? We're live on FreeCodeCamp session 8 and we're starting from check for Palindrome. So everybody there. We have some persons dropping in soon, I think. With Sammy and everybody. You can somebody send the link in the group to Sammy.
FreeCodeCamp. Where's my phone?
Yo, what? Yo. Russians actually came into this thing. And they posted stuff, man. So if you click it, up problems.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't click on anything, so.
No, I never click on nothing either.
My gosh. Imagine they click on it and maybe Quincy click on it and lose all them FreeCodeCamp things.
Come on.
Alright. Check for palindrome. What's a palindrome?
I think it's the same way forward, same way backward.
A sentence that or a word that can mean. What?
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, I can't get the same meaning going forward and backward, yeah, man.
Right.
Just food.
Okay.
So basically, the middle letter, exactly the same letters are before it that are after it.
So return true if the given string is a palindrome, otherwise return false. A palindrome is a word or sentence that's spelled the same way, both forward and backward. Ignoring punctuation, case, and spacing. You'll need to remove all non-alphanumeric characters and turn everything lowercase in order to check for palindromes. You'll pass strings with the variant formats such as race car, and race car, among others. We'll pass string which is symbols and blah blah blah. Return to use read search ask. Remember to use read search ask if you get stuck. Write your own code. Okay. So
All right. So the first thing you would probably do is put everything to lowercase.
Yeah.
So at least you're on a level playing field.
Wait a minute. You said that to send the Skype link?
Yeah, in the group.
In the group?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see if this is actually streaming too via my phone, because sometimes this thing, you know.
Oh yeah, shit! I never did go on YouTube and look at that. Alright, let me just go and start on this in the meantime. Alright,
We're live. Are you working?
String dot to lower case.
This is why I hate
To loop through test
on my computer. Come on, people.
Alright, so we have answer and it says string that to lowercase. And then
so where are some of these? Passing.
Now. This one kind of tricky, you know. Very tricky.
All right. Well, let's just talk it out then. The idea would be to. Oh well, hold on. He did say that other non-letters would be thrown into the mix. So what happens if you try to lowercase an asterisk? Would that return an error of some kind?
Alright, so alright, it says remove all cases of non-alphanumeric characters, right? So I'm saying remove those first and then do to lowercase.
That sounds like a good idea.
So use like reject expression to do it.
Well, that's all you.
So would I remove
Case
anything that's not a word?
Or just use rejects to get back everything that's that's letters inside. Like how that work? So during the using all the string, you use like I don't know match. Is it match? When it.
I still don't get regex, you know. So.
Yeah, my regex is very poor.
So getting a string and then using regex, which is I guess match. No, match give you true. Which one of them give you back the string itself? Alright, MDN regex regular expression. Why you laugh?
Well, replace users or regex.
Because you're going on my homepage.
So, some examples of it.
Okay, so it's going to give you a new string. The new string, yes. All right. So, we should do a class on regex. That's what we should do.
Wait, this is a string. When we're going to remove. Remove all non-alphanumeric characters. So
Alright, so we
I'm
have to have the
curious to know
pattern
how I
first.
passed this before.
Right?
I must have copied this from the internet because I don't know how I passed this before.
Yeah, I copied mine from the internet also.
Eh,
I'm telling you the truth.
because I can't
They
remember.
use replace function.
Yeah,
The
I can't
replace-
remember how I would have stripped the non-alphanumeric characters out of this.
My regex is very poor. So after about 2 days of trying this algorithm, I went to Stack Overflow, copied and paste.
Exactly.
Yo, now we're up on live here.
No, it's not like we're telling everyone to go do that. But
Come on, we as developers, we do know that Stack Overflow has the answers.
yeah. And some of the times you are gonna have to get the answer so that you can progress, and with the intention of going back to figure it out and understanding how it works.
True.
Yo, so here's the pattern. So the pattern is for to match a string that only contains characters. It's a tilde. Let me just type it here. It's a tilde. So we use the pattern, and then what do we use to match it? Alright, here's the pattern.
Tilde.
Yeah. A to Z, and then capital A to Z, and then 0 to 9, and then underscore. Is it underscore should be a part of it?
Yeah,
Star, and then
because they have underscore I.
That's what they're saying should be the alphanumeric matching. So we have that pattern, and then we use string that match to the pattern that we give it, and then hopefully it gives a. I think it's supposed to return the string, right?
This is the pattern?
No, it should return true or false. So we need something that can return true or false.
Oh no, not the true or false. And we want something to return string. The string, the matched string. So if we use test, I think regex has a test function. Let me say md regex test. mdn regex return the string.
Now you see why it's important to have a good homepage.
Match returns the string. Wait. Match will return the result from the execution. So match regex.
Yeah, man, I definitely need
it
to
will
have
return. It will return the array containing the entire match string as the first element. So, what does that mean?
Specifying a string.
Oh, so it will give the whole array. Like if you get something, if you get back the string will be like, okay, race car, and you're stripping the space and everything. It will give like RACECAR in an array like this. Let me just show you. So this is how they use gears. Snipping tool.
So after you get back that array of race car, what would you do? Reverse it and then match.
No,
then match.
So I'd use that result as. Oh yeah, you could create a next string that does reverse as well. Yeah.
So reverse it and then check to see if the first string match the second string.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Match?
No, I mean it's supposed to return true or false. So.
Oh yeah. After yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. So
exactly equal
if the two of them match, you return true, else return false.
Well, you don't have to do God's fire now because you can bring in the first result and use exactly equal to
string equals. So you just use var string 1 that equals string 2, right?
If string 1 is the original str.
No. After we get the result. After we get the result from the regex. So look at that.
After you get the result from the regex, you can save that, maybe save in our variable.
Yeah.
And compare
with the reverse version of that variable.
Yeah.
So look
when you compare, you go get true or false.
Yeah. So look, this is how they do the regex. Look in the Skype. But instead of A to E, we will do A to Z, and then little a to Z,
Oh, okay.
I don't know what GI is. Yo, we did a lesson on rejects earlier, right?
Oh, GI. I think G
is global.
And I
Insensitive.
think I
means it's insensitive. It's case insensitive.
And I guess they call those flags. I don't know what about we have to, but they are flags.
Alright, so matches array equals string dot match regex.
Now JSB.
Regex.
What may not work on this? Oh,
right. Okay. So regex is you're telling it to give you all the A's and all the E's regardless of the size
not
and regardless of how many are
from A to E.
Right. All the A's. Well, all the A's through E's, regardless of capital or common, and regardless of how many they are. Meaning, if there were 2 capital A's, you would have gotten 2 capital A's in your matches array. That's what the G stands for.
Yeah.
So wait, we're not going to use match?
Yeah, we're using it.
Okay. As may I try saying because see the algorithm here, I think for the one here. It's not because my original answer, so I really want to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, because if you use A through Z, do the same thing that.
A through Z, we both both capital. Wait a second, but GI put the cases there. Where is a G though?
G's global, and what I understand it means is it will
search through the entire string.
Right.
Not stopping at the first.
Exactly.
Match I pick up.
So we have to use G then.
Yeah, because exactly.
Let me try something. Let me look at that code here, son. Where did stupid dog come from?
And
match return the results, right?
I don't know.
Match return. No, I think you need to assign it to a variable.
Yeah, so string dot match. So var result equals string dot match pattern.
Right.
And then result equals string dot to lowercase. And then you do the reverse. So the reverse result. var reverse equal result dot reverse. Result dot equals reverse.
Null. You got that null.
So what is this?
What
string?
Do wrong.
Dot match.
Oh no, we have to do result. So result give you back an array, right? So match gives you back an array of strings. So you have to do result that join equal result. Result that join. Join using empty string in parse string.
Alright, so we're on the right way. So now we need to
pass the string.
Can you loop backwards with a for each method?
Loop through it. We're to save all of that in one array or something.
Because you can loop with a for each, but can you loop backwards?
Yes, if I use a for loop. Remember?
A regular for loop. Yeah, no, a regular for loop, but not a for each method.
I think for each go one direction.
One.
I believe. I think with that advanced, maybe that one question for people like Ken, Quincy, them people.
One day, man, one day.
Reversing a string.
Oh yeah, I forget there's a thing there method. So reverse. After remove the space, we're going to reverse the string and then check if the first layout to the last. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so once what you're gonna do is, alright, well, did you put it in an array? Or did you put it back into a string? Because once you get an array, just loop through the array backwards and check if that is equal to the array originally.
Okay, I'll try that.
Okay.
Okay, remember, you don't have to reconstruct the word back together. All you need to do is check if the elements are the same in order, front to back. So var return array, I should have right, and I get that. Now, if no for let me do for backwards. For var I equals array dot length minus 1 I greater than or equal to 0 I minus minus if I need to assign that to something first. So put var backward.
Hello?
Welcome.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey, greetings. Who that, Sammy?
Yeah, what's up?
Big up. There, we are on this challenge here.
Palindrome. Alright, so var backward equals. Oh, but I should make that. Do I need to make it an array?
Alright, so.
Yeah, it would be so much cleaner.
Sammy, sing.
Oh, yeah, we already, don't worry.
Big singer.
Wait, what we are do? We are cut this.
Backward dot push.
You don't need to buy one earphone. We have big earphone.
Okay, so we are match anything that's not. Okay, so this is where I went wrong. We are matching A to Z, A to Z, and 1 to 9. Wait, that's not there, right?
If
none of numeric characters, okay.
Array backward.
Right, so this return I. Okay, cool. This look good. Yes. Alright, so we need fee.
Equals.
Alright, so if we chunk up this, and we need to reverse this. Wait, can we split an array? This is no an array. Can we split array? Or can strings?
Oh, you know what I just realized? I should set output to false. Var output equals false. Return output.
Where array.
And that doesn't work. And why is it? Okay, that's his English return. What did I do wrong?
Just like how we have split for, It's not an answer. No, that's not too complicated.
Poop, somebody just poop.
Jesus Christ. We're on live.
Sorry. And they're doing that live.
So what happened a while ago? Alright, so let's go back to turn.
Alright. I'm tired.
What if I switch? No, this should completely be wrong, but it will tell me if that works. Which it does. So, something right there. For length is always going to be one more than the index.
Okay, so I'm myself again. Alright, so one of these will have the word symbols.
But this should work though. So why is this not working? Alright. Should return true. Why would that return true?
This equals function. How do you compare two strings again?
Equals function.
You have an equals function?
Oh, shit. Compare two strings? How do you compare two strings? Oh yeah, I don't know if there's a built-in method for that. Let's see.
Let's look on the string API.
If you could use index of. So it would be really complicated, but what I understand is you could use index of to identify if each one is the same as the other. Maybe you could use a for each in that case though. Actually.
Oh, apparently I can use less than and greater.
Alright, why is this giving me such a fight? Alright, so first of all, the regex works because that seems to pull out everything. Once you do that now, you're given an array of each individual character in the string. You loop through that string in reverse and set that in a new array. You now have two arrays. An array with everything in the original order, an array with everything in reverse. Check if the two of those are the same. And if that is the same, set this to true. And then see what happens. And that does not pass. Why does that not pass? Because in theory, everything is right.
I wonder.
Yeah, I don't. This is interesting.
Let's see what this looks like in reverse. Matched.
Alright, let me try.
Return.
What's this little
This
name?
reverse.
JavaScript tutor.
Oops, all right.
Let's get together and be alright. Yeah, the children
Jesus.
crying.
Stick to coding, you. Come on. Come on, stick to development.
Yeah, the children crying.
String.
Wait, are we without Bob Marley? Besides, so.
Area backward.
Why?
Oh, something wrong with the palindrome. Okay. Not a palindrome should return false. Oh, hold on. I get true for everything then. Oh, tid.
Okay, so that's definitely going to be wrong because it has to be equal to 0. So that is the first thing that needs to be changed.
Put-a-boop, 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 put-a-boop. Joanna. Joanna.
I know, and I did this one already too, in another. I think it was Code School. No, Full Stack Academy. Control. Alright, let's try this again. Why the hell is I -1?
Index up.
Why is I -1?
Craig,
Yeah.
yeah, use index of.
No, I'm using a for loop to loop through the result of the match, and at one, I don't understand how I becomes -1 at any point of that loop. Alright, you know what? This is interesting.
This much. Wait, fine. Right here. Wait.
The funny thing is, the only thing that seems to work is the match.
Match return an array.
Yeah, but that works fine. Everything else doesn't seem to be working, but the match part works.
May I get back one error with my code? Oh, shaving cream.
Nice and clean.
Tra. I'm feeling 4 cases.
Me too.
Oh. Okay, so this needs to be -1.
Reverse.
This needs to be.
Do that. You can't.
This is unnecessary codes right here. I just never get used. Okay. This code needs Jesus.
Deep, deep in my soul.
May I go share my screen now and we can manage this.
Yeah, I'm like.
I'm almost
one.
there.
Well, man. You got me crab to a code now.
Let me see your code. Let me see what's going on here. See if I can spark some.
So let me see number code. Let me go up on the next screen.
Man, this game is so complicated. How the hell am I supposed to bring up this? Alright, hold on.
Alright, so
okay, here we go.
this is how me I get back when me try run my madness. Wait, there's a line missing.
Alright, let's see.
Oh, for the love of God. How much I could.
If I try this JS bin thing to it, look like it looks very useful.
Yeah, when you're ready. Alright. Alright, so I'm checking I and also. Where's the next one? Where's the next one?
Oh, what the fuck is this screen?
Alright, so this arrow may I get. So the first one, when it try see if we can get it to match, that works. But the second one I return an error. I have no clue what I did wrong.
Alright, let's see. Regex, match. Cannot read property join.
This? Is everything will be true? That don't make no sense. Wait, is that true? Wait, only for that moment. I wonder. Fingers crossed. Oh. Leave my laugh, yeah, man.
Let's see it. Let regex equal the right. Match equal there. Let string equal matched. Dot join. Let return string equal matched. Dot. Alright, how you're joining? How come you have join on it twice?
Different string. So the first join make one. Oh, let me make sure I name the variables and properly. Alright, so this.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, but string is equal to match string dot join.
String dot join. Yeah.
Right. Meaning the array that you got from the regex.
From the
you're putting it back together into a string, into one single.
Yeah.
Word.
And then instead of creating a new variable, just the lazy way and just Do it on hand.
Oh, okay. So then you reverse it and
So me
then
compare right here. I'm thinking something up with my regex, yeah, man. White.
Yeah, what happened to the eye? You're not using the eye in there?
So yeah, too big.
Yeah.
What the eye do?
It's
instant case. I don't think a case is my problem, you know.
Palindrome, a man.
I think of them weird symbols are like comma.
Alright, so let's go back to MDN and we need to go back to MDN now and find out what range those characters are in.
No, this is where I cheated on this one.
Alright, I'm gonna say MDN. I seem to be better with this regex thing still. MDN regex.
No one can look like same no regex, you know. As they go to a course. Well, FreeCodeCamp beta. I do the regex section. You better give me some pointers. Like, you know it, man.
I can't wait until I can say I know it. Where would one find those ranges? Ignore case, that's what it means. Oh, here it is. Character. The dot decimal points is blah blah blah. Okay, wait. Matches any character that is not a word character. For example, so alright.
Oh god, this is funny. I officially do not know what I'm doing.
How do you? Alright, you see where how it have the what's that? Forward slash and then W. That says matches any character that is not a word character from the basic Latin alphabet. Equivalent to.
Where's carrot? Will this work? It broke it first time it ran.
Awesome.
Let's see how I'm going there, so.
Routed. I think just close the page.
What then return null. So something's definitely up with my rejects.
I feel like you're close.
E at 0. What? E and 0. Why? It just returned the first. Oh, return the first one. This means not, right? If memory serves me right. The caret key means not.
No, the exclamation usually means not.
In regex?
Oh, in regex. Oh, I don't know. Let me see what this says. I'm on that page now. I don't even see the character. Oh.
So match word, match digit. Oh, our match word plus. Wait.
Hold on. This
God.
only match the first word.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. So how you make it match all of the words?
I think plus.
What about this asterisk?
I remember. Oh, wait. What? Wait.
Yeah, let me go up on your screen. It looks like you want to.
Wait. I don't know. Me confused.
Okay. Which one is that printing? What the hell?
Just be confused. But I know what I do. Alright, so what I do, me take I from the reverse string function. Do not look at this answer. Wait.
Yeah, that's right.
Probably upon a challenge. And I repeat, do not look at the answers.
Oh shit! It passed.
Well, this passed because that's the stolen answer.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
Yeah, but
this
then
should
let's look
return
at his.
true.
Let's look at look at his regex, and there's the answer. So
No, but this is saying match anything that's not a word.
yeah, so that
Oh,
one.
and replace it with a empty string.
What that is saying is replace any character that is not, a regular
or
alphanumeric,
underscore.
right? And
And replace it with an empty string or take it out completely.
But he's okay. Dot lowercase.
Then you convert it to lowercase, and then you're going to match it because when this run, I think it returns an array.
Okay, so when you
return the same string, change it to lowercase, then you split it, reverse, join it back.
right, because the first time when you replace it, it's gonna automatically condense it.
I guess it let's see what happens. No, I guess.
Oh yeah, because he's not replacing it with a space. He's replacing it with an empty character. Yeah, that kind of does make sense too. Of course, it makes sense. It passed.
Alright, let's see what this looks like.
Yeah, I think I understand it in concept now.
Woo, you
Is
get
that
it.
See there?
Yo, me know say I look for my answer a scopy, you know.
So what going on? Was that a problem
Oh,
with
yeah.
the match?
What did I do earlier and it looked like it did close, you know. Let me go back.
Yeah, comment out.
Where was it? So let me run this. And then I'm gonna get back. Oh, this underscore needs to come out. The underscore thing needs to come out.
What's-
Check out the underscore.
What are the pluses? What are the pluses that you have in there?
Everything. So not just matching the first word or letter.
I thought that's what the G was for.
Everything coming after. So not just the first one, because if I remove plus, I think it only matched the first one.
Meaning the one get
What? No, me officially confused.
I. The one give in one
What is the D for?
digit.
Digits?
0 to 9.
The what?
Take out that.
It's for numbers.
Check out that D out of your thing. Let me just see it and then run it again.
I have no idea what's happening here. I'm just saying.
Console. Comment out the last console log. Alright. Alright. Put 1, 2. Change that W to a large W. Let me see on what happens. It shouldn't affect the output. Null. Alright, because it doesn't have any uppercase, so it's telling you there's none of those. Okay, right. So
this should ignore the upper and lowercase. I think what I do, it look for everything that's not a word, and this string only has, well, would that be a word actually?
No, but it should be
letters.
It should be non-characters. Not words, but actually characters.
Characters. Yeah. So the pattern here would be an actual character. So it's a match a character in this global string. So when you run, it's returning null because it's actually characters. If I should do small w, I think, yeah. I'm confused.
Alright, so no, but the thing is we have change the math method. Oh no. Right, he has replaced, because what he was doing is looking for all those characters and getting rid of them. In our case here now, what we're doing is we're matching everything that meets that criteria. Everything that you're saying, give me the ones that match this. He's saying replace. the ones that match.
Yeah.
Yo, check out the snippet that I just sent you. Quincy has left the group. What's Samantha?
Did our code spoke Quincy? Wow.
var result equal result dot join, result equal result dot lowercase, var reverse equal result, reverse equal result dot split, var is true, result or result. Okay. And then your pattern has an asterisk. You know, confused.
Alright, so this one match A to Z, 0 to 9. And is that any? The asterisk is any?
Hold on. The asterisk isn't that what allow you to put it in, because if it has the first match, you will put it in the first array, then the second match in the second array. But the asterisk put it in different, so split up everything. All the matches split up in different strings. So A, like race car, would split up into not race and car if it was in a space, but it would split up in RACER, I think. Yeah, so matches the preceding item 0 or more times. Okay, I don't get it.
No, I try, me confused, so I try help out myself.
Oh, so it matches it 0
I understand what you're saying.
It matches it 0 or more times. So if car is in the string more than once, it not going to only match one time with car. Without it, it only match once, I guess. You understand?
No?
So if me have a word called like car space car, right? It only gonna give me back car without the star, without the asterisk. You understand?
think so.
So car, space, car. When I said space, I never mean like that, but yeah. It go only return car space. I guess. Without the star. Let me see in JSBin or something.
Oh, Zin. But why the extra space after?
No, I just disgusting.
No, no man, look on my JS bin.
Oh, let me see. Which part of them? I space.
Where are the...
And an extra space that? No, that's right. Extra space.
Where are the... built-in... Ah, here we go.
Wait, is a backslash G? Oh yeah. I don't understand how I go on this one. Extra space after.
What am I looking for? Oh. String that replace.
Wait, I brown cow.
String.
I don't know, man.
Replace.
Space. Oh, cause I two space in there.
No, but look at it. I'm put back the asterisk.
Oh, let me see if mine run without asterisk.
Because there's no empty after code. There's no space. Look at it. There's no space.
Yeah.
Someone know how this empty string come in.
Yeah. More than once. No, but empty string don't mean space. Why give an empty string? I don't know, but it works without the asterisk. Yeah, it works without the asterisk. So I have this. No. I take it out and I put this and it works. So I have the same thing as you, I think. Same thing as you. So you know just to split up your thing.
So I match the string. So this
How do I
return this. Wait. I'll clear this out. This is what it should look like here. Result should look like this, right?
Yeah.
Join it and convert it to lowercase.
Make it look like I. String.
That's something we never know. Here.
Camel case.
But it was better before. How do I exclude the underscore?
My one works.
Mad.
So I solve palindromes for the first time.
Zine.
Oh, me not use for them
We'll
code.
come
Me
back.
I use mine. Can show
Let me
off
see
now.
your code
Nobody
now.
can show me no.
Regex. Let me see Regex. Oh.
Oh, you want some code? Oh.
No, well, you know, I go paste it in this one. Alright.
I can replace my code.
Yeah.
One of my Google from before.
Okay, alright, so AA09 global and then string, then you join it. Ah, alright. So that means if I change this, I still don't understand why that does not. But that doesn't make any sense.
Hey, Alisa, guess what? I solved Palindrome for the first. After almost 2 years of learning from FreeCodeCamp, I finally solved Palindrome. Man, go here, man.
Let me see your code again.
Finally.
So when I say when I want a 30 grand for 4 weeks.
Oh yeah, no, I can't manage
Huh?
for the training, the web dev thing that I'm talking about. Instructor.
Yeah, man, exactly now. To be
Yeah,
honest.
that's a lot of time.
6 hours though. Oh. I'm left for like 7 o'clock, reach me at like 8 o'clock. Man, I got to bed 2 o'clock. Yo, that rough.
Yeah, but it is which 6 hours too.
That's the one next thing. Because me have to go in Kenfield. So I spend most of the time in Kenfield at the time, so.
You get Wi-Fi out there?
Yeah, I get Wi-Fi out there, but
You can't use your phone.
I can't use my phone. Tech support tonight, so I can't use my phone.
Tech support. So, oh, because
Yeah, let me stop sharing my screen now for a bit. Let me need to post this for me.
Okay, find the longest word in a string. On a easy.
easy-ish.
Ish. We'll post this for me GitHub first. Come now I'm losing. Can I start post me code them now? One of them start over, you know.
On Gist? Where you post it on Gist?
GitHub. What's Gist?
Gist is just like note taking on GitHub. It don't show up on your green thing there, but it's basically posting things where you want to keep, any code where you want to keep, where you write up quickly, and you can make them public or you can make it private.
Oh, yeah.
So make a check to see if.
So you can literally
like,
copy and paste instead of push to GitHub. You can literally copy and paste on Gist. So gist.github.com.
Okay.
So if we post on Gist every day, you sure say me active on GitHub?
I don't mean I wonder so, but the first time I do it, but it also push something on GitHub, so I'm not sure. Let me see now.
Wait, I need to understand. I be a mad people code. That's we come really to be good. Come like say I be a mad people, we have a couple there. Oh, this one.
Alright, so you guys split it everywhere there's a space, and then how do you split is another regex one? Split is another takes a regex too?
No, just the
character.
The string, just the just the thing we want to split with. So like space, and then everything else with a. I don't know if it's regex in the background. I don't know. I don't think so. That's the character. That's the word.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, okay, so it takes. Where the hell? Oh.
Wait, you get to solve the one that I want to go, Craig. Check for palindromes.
No, well, I mean, not tonight. But you see the code that you had up originally? Mm-hmm. That makes sense. So I plan to go back over through that and just kind of, take my time and go through it slowly.
You can send that to me as well, because the one with them have, yeah. Send it in a group. The one
that them have?
Type, yeah.
Yeah, the one I had before you change it to yours.
Okay, with the that match all on it.
Yeah, with the replace.
Replace, yeah. Brain early day, you know. Brain, convinced my brain left Nike in peace. There.
So you know I'll go back out there tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm back out. Where the time bad part go to, that's what my brain did it. Yeah. Now we can jump back on this. Have a next algorithm and feel nice. Clear up this. Start afresh. Alright.
Oh, why is there a return here?
Wait, we now look back this. No need for it. Wait, no, this week me solve this. Come to think of it, I need to go over it. Or should I?
Why am I not get console log? Alright, close this. Alright, here we go. Now, I want arrays.
One of the longest writing string, right?
Oh, I don't think I know.
Yeah, for this code thing we're not talking about. The people them couldn't just do it like on a Saturday.
No man, we want a summer code camp for get persons interested.
Oh, you want one what?
A summer code camp to get persons interested.
Oh, okay. Did you have a good class with a cheat sheet or of some kind? Alright, so what may you do in mine? Split string. Well, when I find the longest word, what me do first thing what me do, me split the string, but then give it into one array.
Right.
And then me loop through it.
Yeah.
And me do slight comparison using an if statement to find if the word, the first one I'm back up on, if the length height is greater than the next upcoming word. So if it is, then it take that word and put it in our variable.
Right.
So when you loop the first time, the first word I back up on, you put that word in the variable. Then when it go to the next index or the next word, it compared that word with the word the store in a variable. If it's longer, it replace it. If not, it just move to the next. So when you loop through, it pick up any word or longer than the previous or previous longer than the next word. Then you put that in a variable and save its length to be exact.
Oh, but I need.
I mean, if that makes sense, don't you know?
Yeah. I'm just trying to ascertain the best way to loop through this array. Well, I'm really trying to do it with like a method.
Well, I use the method because I kind of like the for each.
Well, that's what I'm trying to match out in my head now, how this for each, how the function would go. Because the function would essentially look to see if the length of the current value is longer than the last one. No.
Where's something with for each? Go again?
Yeah, you would basically be checking to see if the length of the current is longer than the length of the last one.
Previous, yeah.
So, which means that on each iteration, you're basically grabbing that. And, well, you start off with a blank variable, an empty variable. And you're going to push the first one to that, basically. And then you're going to check there on in for whichever one is longer, each time replacing whichever is longest.
Kinda. Instead of push, I just change the variable altogether.
Right. So the next time around, whatever's there first, get rid of that and give me this one.
Yeah.
Right. Replace or change it to this. Alright, so now we've got that. You know what? What am I looking for?
Alright, so.
Right, that length. I plus plus.
Right, the Hosangan.
Yeah, I noticed him just must step up for a second. Oh. What am I supposed to return?
The length
The
of the longest string.
response. Alright, so
So
return.
you should return a number, whatever you're returning of type number.
Return. Longest. Oh, that's start length.
Six, which I should be using. For some reason, I kind of like using ES6.
Oh, I don't even start max up my head on that yet.
Because I know say that's where the language is going or heading to.
Right.
I try to get as familiar with it as possible.
No, it's the best thing to do still.
Yeah, that's the company's mostly legacy code, so all code, but still, one learn of using new tools.
Yeah, I really need to start sitting down because even some of the times when I'm watching some stuff and the right functions with ES6, I'm like, all right, hold on. Let me pause this and just go through this slowly. And I'm like, all right. But I'd like to be able to catch it a little faster.
With them anonymous with these anonymous functions, it kind of easier. Well, when they write functions, we kind of mix them up. I don't really want to do that. I want to stick to one, either ES5 or ES6.
ES6 would be the way to go. And then they have, what is it, Babel?
This line of code. This saves me a lot of time, you know.
Let me see. Hold on.
Because first, we're going to pass like function. Right?
Okay,
So
yeah, true.
All of this. So ES6 just remove the word function. Once them say this,
them know, right?
they realize, say, all right, this is a function.
All right, so it work?
Yeah, man, it works.
Well, my code work. None about you, know.
Yeah, I
I
used the
solved this
for
couple
loop.
days ago. So I not do it over. I solved it a couple days ago one time. I think somebody did it behind.
Wait, so let me see something. Longest word in the string. Okay, so if the word length, we okay for each. Longest word that length. So we get the one, okay, longest, okay. That makes sense. But I try use the one line if statement thing. Hello?
Yeah. Well, what me do, me turn in our array first and then loop through it. Using the for each method. So I loop through it each time I get a word. Me look to see if the word what me get longer than the one what me save in the longest word variable. So if it longer, it would replace it. If not, you just go to the next word. Trust me, this is a refactored code because the original one did really ugly. Take the long and ugly. Like writing a book, if you miss how to semicolon, page 126
1, 2, oh, 11 lines of code. Cool. This is 9, 10.
Wait, which one are they now? Same thing? Hold on, wait for me, I'm not finished. Read up on a phone call.
So I'm gonna try to find.
Okay.
So as I said, Craig, you know, so them MDM they have ES6 syntax though.
No, I did not know that.
Oh, really? In a separate section?
It's in advanced, I believe.
Oh.
Advanced. That about strict mode and all them something there.
Yeah, I was reading up on strict mode.
Because if we are go through FreeCodeCamp, any of the front end stuff them like React, then we have to go learn about class.
Classes, that's the whole module pattern thing stuff.
Yeah.
When you're importing and things like that.
When you're importing.
Yeah, like you can basically like have different parts of your code elsewhere. So like it's like you write code here and then you can import the functionality from that code.
No. Well, that included in the ES6 though.
Okay. Class polygon constructor display var what?
Well, I think just like how you write an object and you have like functions, methods on that object. I think this is the fancy just writing objects.
Oh, because that's
stuff.
You created a constructor and then
prototypes and all the madness there.
Oh yeah, I was reading upon some of that.
Yeah, them left like the advanced people. Yeah, I read up on a little bit about and stuff here.
You see, that's the other thing too. You see, depending on which site you're on, advanced and intermediate and beginner don't always mean the same thing. So what is advanced on one site could be intermediate on another site, or it could even be part of beginner, depending on how they want to spin it.
Well, me go funny, which is worse.
Yeah, MDM.
If MDM tell me say, yo, this is advanced, me writing
you work with that.
You take it for the people who make it.
Don't. No, like MDN seems to be the most comprehensive.
Return the length of the longest.
I them are the go-to person for anything JavaScript.
Yeah. You can contribute to
for anything. Yeah.
I noticed that when you can contribute to their site too. I noticed from at the sign at the time, they must basically beg you for things.
Well, I've contributed indirectly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, them interview me regarding using MDM.
Oh really? That's
so
cool.
I'm planning to redo the site to make it easier for use.
Zine.
Yeah, because while on the interview, they ask me questions to find stuff on MDM and I watch.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's cool.
I think they did that after doing the 2018 survey.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll start using it a little bit more often then. It definitely seems to be more resourceful than it appears.
Yeah. I think they need for the structure they set up by site better and we are.
Yeah, I will admit, maybe the layout and the way things are formatted could be structured a little bit better.
True.
Yeah, what do you put information in?
But just me. And I said it so much things we could have possibly do with JavaScript. Crazy. With just the web technology.
Yeah, because you actually don't need to know anything else anymore. I mean, you can do the full thing with JavaScript.
Bluetooth. Even though some of them are experimental APIs, still.
That's actually what I would like to do. Start building some APIs.
What's happening with this? What's happening with this? Come on now.
Where did Gio?
Oh. Sure, we're going to do the code, man.
Alright, it's a word now. But did do something wrong. We did initialize the longest word index as -1. So the first time it go through the loop, it try get index -1 off the array.
Oh, Z.
But I guess you can start it at 0 because when you start it at 0, I guess the first word have to be the longest word anyways.
Yeah, exactly. On the first iteration, the first one would be the longest word, correct.
Title case or sentence.
Oh. Let me send this through.
Handle here is my spout. Okay then.
Little teapot.
Alright, so split again.
So for each word in the string, capitalize the first letter.
Alright, so array equal string not split. Return array no string. Let's see what we do first. Alright.
What is I use for the index of? The index of take in and take a regular call. Like X, but substring. What if that actually works? We'll try. make it split the word. Split out. Yeah.
Oh.
Or splice off the word. What me talk about? Where is splice? As now we are working on array, I think we have access to splice. Splice normally. Not mean a splice. Alright, so we have to. Alright, so let's. X0.
Tie it to case bias.
Hmm?
When we're going to come off of the live, remind me for say something to me, yeah? Read the same boot camp something.
Oh, is it? Why am I not getting the right output? Hold on, what am I doing with this string? Slice or slice? Slice. Got to spell it correctly. Right. Alright, so now we need to push this back together.
What the for each work again?
Oh God. That's all, Renique. That's you.
For each, you run it, you pass it one, you take one function. And that function takes 3 arguments, but for now you can only use one, which would give you, if you're running upon an array, so it'll give back each element of the array.
Mm-hmm. So you can do
the
manipulation for each of them elements there, or is it just the return stuff?
No, man, you can manipulate each element until the beauty of it. So whatever you do within that function that you pass in a for each, you can grab the first argument in that function and make changes according to whatever you want to do.
Yes, so the first argument is a function,
right now.
The first argument in the for each is a function itself, a callback.
Yeah, the argument where you pass the for each is a function.
And then the argument where you pass that function that you're calling is the word.
The argument you pass to that function, the first argument is the word.
Okay, right.
The second argument is the index. The third argument is the entire array itself.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm not even getting any console log.
So we can do that again. Sure,
Alright, here we go.
You have an idea of fixing, you know, but idea does not pick up in my head.
Oh Lord, this is very
Alright,
ugly.
now.
Ugly,
Yeah, my
ugly,
code.
ugly. Crab
Yeah,
too.
my code's mine not so pretty here.
Crap to a code.
Array.join. Give me an array.
To uppercase, right?
For the first
Yeah.
letter. Join, where are you? Alright, so you take. Oh. Alright.
For each is not defined. Oh, me alone. Let's see the thing. Oh, that's how. Okay. Where's that for each? I am a little teapot.
I'm upgrade to Keko. Work with me. Come on. Oh, missing? Gosh.
Hold on, I'll go inside drink 1 second.
This thing is hideous. Woof. This thing is hideous. Where is it missing that so-called? It starts here, ends here. Starts.
Come like the best thing we do when we stay at school for do this thing.
But not here.
It seems as if it's the best thing that I need to stay here for do this thing.
What that?
To stay at school.
Oh.
Instead of going to my yard.
Yeah, crappy internet at home.
Yeah.
Oh crap! So how you have access to the index again?
Alright, look on my screen.
So the second.
Yeah, I didn't use index. I just. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be you're gonna use 2 brackets. You use a for loop, or use a for each.
If I use for each, the second one is the index.
Okay, good. If index.
The index where that word fall in the array.
So letter that uppercase.
Look on my screen.
Get to this screen.
Yes, on my screen.
Yeah, but this hold on, let me see. This thing has a word that for each.
Oh, Ross, look at all of that, man, though.
Yeah, I get it. Wait, what is that dollar sign about?
Ignore
using
them,
the ES6 syntax.
Business will work 100%.
ES6 like PHP to blow. Okay.
Alright, so the index, as I can see, you're gonna pick up the first element. Well, the first argument, if you say, first argument in the function, pick up the first element in the array.
Right.
As I can say, so each time we run, it passes the next element. Index now tell away position in the array. So this is 0, 1, 2. I mean.
So can you do a for each within a for each? Because of that I try, I have problem.
For each within a for each.
Probably
think so.
never tried before.
So you
Let
would
me show
you would loop through the first word and then loop through all the letters in the first word before moving on to the second word.
But,
loop through
well,
all
I never
the-
tried that
Yeah, so
before.
I loop through everything. So it's like a double for a loop, but just using 4 each.
Yeah.
Check
Yeah,
that.
like a nested, yeah.
Because should return a string. But that's a
Try me luck with
word that 4 each not working.
But remember, once you break them up into single words, once you break up that sentence into single words, each first index of every element
Supposed to be
is
upper.
that first letter.
Yeah,
Yeah, is that first letter.
yeah.
So you can automatically just set that to your rule right there and then and there.
Yeah. So what am I do?
Let's see. Oh, alright.
So if index is equal to 0 for the word, then you put it to uppercase. If not, put it to lowercase.
Index equals 0.
Oh, return word. Sorry.
No.
Can't do so.
Wait. That's what I say. I don't know.
Can't I say 4 each is not a function.
Unless I'm not allowed to run it within a function there. I say I'm going to use regular loop inside that for each.
Yeah, I used the regular thing set. At least let me share mine just so to see how it shit works. Right. Why?
Splice is not a function? Since when?
You try it and you answer that?
Yeah, wait, my code, me talk about.
Oh.
My time says splice is not a function, so why be?
Slice without a P.
No, you have slice and you
No,
have
it's
splice.
splice.
You have 2 of them.
Remember,
No, I think splice is one of them is strings and one is array if I remember correctly.
oh man, you can't splice an array.
No, I think you slice an array
You
and you
cut it
splice a
and
string.
cut stuff out of it.
No, I think that one is slice without the P. Is it I used on my code?
May I use MD may I go through?
Oh, Zed?
I'm gonna look back here because I am confused. Something up with my code, man. It's crazy. Let's just skip the first index. Oh, the to uppercase is a problem, I believe. I believe it's a to uppercase. Nope. I spelled splice wrong. SPLICE.
Type error. Word 4 each is not a function. Oh, word. Oh, okay. So it became a string, right? So you can do 4 each on a string? You can't do 4 each on a string?
No.
Okay.
Where would that come from? So,
So word that, and then you split it.
splice is not a function. How? Since when? Since when? I'm not mad.
Yeah, but isn't... Hold on. Let me go back to Indian. Array dot slice and back to standard. Give me strings. Where are the strings? Built-in objects. And string is equal to... No, there is no splice. It's slice and split.
Splice? No, man, I think it. Oh, you mean for the string? For the,
No, there is no
for the
method
array.
named splice. There's a
array,
method.
there's one named Splice, SPLICE.
I just looked at it and all I see is slice.
Mine I look on a string, you know.
No man is array, but I look on first.
Yeah, look on this.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
Yeah, them have a splice, but splice allow you to pass three parameters. Start, end, and if you're going to do no replacements. So you can literally cut one array at a given location.
So what you do in this case?
Or interject your information. What?
So what you are planning to do is to splice the first letter into uppercase?
Yeah, so cut it off totally and put it in our new variable and change that to uppercase, then join it back together.
Oh well, I used slice for that. Well, what I did was, once I had the word, I took off the first letter and changed that to uppercase, and then I used slice to return everything else after the first letter to lowercase. Because you can use slice to you can set it to with one parameter, and it will either start or stop at that. Well, it will start at the parameter.
Okay.
So slice with one in the parentheses is going to give you everything from the first index to the end.
Yes. Let's see what this do now. Let's see what this do. Oh, for the love of God. Yes. Yes. Let me see what this look like. Oh, Father. So we do this place a word. It no make changes to the original word.
I don't think so.
One of them allow you to cut stuff off of the first cut it and it changed the original array we send it.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right, let's see what's. All right, you slice is right. You have a beginning. You have two parameters, but it can be optional, which is actually kind of weird. But the first parameter will be where you want to start it at, and the second one would be where you want to end. And if I remember correctly, it is inclusive. Zero-base index before which index slice extracts up to but not including. Right, so it's not. So it's exclusive.
Let me see if I may do something wrong. This is what I'm looking for. Then what is it now work? Alright, so splice, it make changes to the original array. So when you splice the information, we take it out altogether. So it cut this, when we take off the first index, the first index on the array, it remove the A and give you back BC.
The word without it.
Yeah, so it take it out, and if we want to save this, we can save this in maybe a next variable name. Splicer. Alright, let's say we have splicer and some spell it. I think so. See? That's what I wanted. So I'm gonna cut off the first letter of the word.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like it.
It tell me says splice is not a function. How?
Alright, no, what it means is there's something.
Oh, I know what I did wrong. You know something I did wrong?
No.
The word, alright, in the for each, after me chunk each chunk this in a each array. I mean, this go convert to an array, right? When we split it initially. That's why we can use the for each method. But the first element is not an array, it's a string. That's what I said, splice is not a function, because word here would be a string, and string don't have splice.
Oh.
That's where I go wrong. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Arrays have splice. String don't have splice.
Arrays have
I get you.
splice. Let me see. If there's a string method that takes off a part of the string.
Slice. The string have slice too, without the P.
It has slice?
Yeah.
And it has split? Wow. Okay.
I think how it works is, for the most part, all the methods that strings have, arrays have, but it's not the same in reverse.
Yeah, I believe so.
So usually, if the string has that method, you can do it on array as well. But the array, I guess, just by function of being a little bit more complex than a string, means that you can't do the same thing to it. But I remembered slice, because slice allows you to work with a word if you don't know how long it is.
So this can get a bit complicated if we continue. If we really want to use slice. So if we really want to use slice, what we'd have to go do? We'd have to go split the word first.
If you're going to use... No. You said that's why I use slice. Because with slice, I don't even have to do anything to the rest of the word. All I have to do... Well, I shouldn't say I don't have to do anything. I'm more interested in that first letter. So now that I've taken that first letter, give me everything else after that. And just give me it in a lowercase. So that's why I like slice. Because it allows me to work cleanly with the first letter in one part and everything else in another part.
Slice. Wait, on an array or on a string?
On the string.
Okay. So if I slice it,
if you slice it at,
we're gonna get the rest of the word though.
So if you slice any word that you slice at one, it's going to give you everything from the second letter to the end.
Oh. Okay. What would this return though?
Right, because what it's doing for slice. Right, because right now, because you have two parameters, what you're telling it, the first parameter is where to start, and the second parameter is where to end, is where to stop at, but you're not to include that one as well. So in this, this slice 0, 1 is saying, give me only the 0th index of that word. If you change the 1 to 2, it will give you the first and the second one.
Oh. Oh, come on.
What is it?
To uppercase. Oh, unless I
have
because
here. No, because when you typed it, the second the closing parentheses disappeared, so it was missing a while ago.
It did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, would you look at that?
Right. And then you just join everything back.
Oh gosh. Look at that. With a little space, of course. I mean.
Right.
I mean. Look kind of long still, but.
Yeah, it's
it
about, but exactly.
It works. Drop it in. Yeah.
All right, so that's what 9.
Right,
I think I'm about the same.
Finish theme. Or him did finish theme.
No, I don't think so. I said I was going to get that drink.
a little teapot. What am I doing?
Oh, let me see this.
Oh, so initially, if we start out, I think we have got to turn everything to lowercase first.
Oh, that's right. Because no, what you do now is you see where let ending equal word dot slice 1.
Oh, we can use
Add to lowercase to that. Yeah. No. The line above that. Oh, yeah. I guess you can do that too.
Wait, it could work here, I think. Or if we don't want to put anything in a here, we can put it
on the line above it. Right. That's what I was originally thinking.
Okay. So I'm going to save this code as
trust me, when I was doing these, I had no idea half of it. Like, it makes so much more sense now than it did before. Obviously, I guess that's to be expected, but before I didn't even know how I figured out some of them.
Trust me. And some of them me sit down for hours. When I finally get them, I don't open them, I believe I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Nice.
But then, as you see, man, trust me, same thing. Sometimes you look at it all today, do it 2-3 hours, leave it, come back 7 hours, forget about it for a day, and then come back another day and try it again. And after 2 or 3 times of that, if it still don't work, then you copy the answers still.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Time when me figure out some of the algorithms, yeah. After me drop asleep and wake up.
Yeah. I remember somebody was saying that too. A lot of the times is when, and somebody else was, I think it was somebody was saying it in the group too.
Yeah, we were talking about it.
In the group. Is when you see if I can't figure out something and I go to bed on it, when I wake up to figure it out. Sometimes I will wake up with the answer and be like, I'll wake up immediately, go try it, and then you say like, yo, it worked.
I think me one did do that. Like, go bed, wake up the night with a solution for one algorithm.
Yeah.
Actually, just turn on my computer and go try it.
Sometimes I'll have a piece of paper close to the bed so that if I wake up and I'm like, yo, I think that might work, I'll just scribble it down, and then when I get up in the morning, I'll test it. But yeah, man, that's how it works, man. So the thing works.
Like, when I go to bed, go sleep, your brain still I think about that like a one problem.
There's actually a what do you call it? I guess you'd call it a philosophy. I was reading an article about it, but there's people that it's, what did the guy call it? He called it something like thought dumping, and the whole concept behind it is that when you're asleep, your subconscious is still working. So the idea is to put that thought to your subconscious, so that while you're sleeping, your brain can work on it. And the trick is to be able to access that part of your brain once you wake up, so that you can find the answer. Because what they say is 8 out of 10 times the answer is there. It's just you might not be able to focus or meditate or whatever it is to actually get the answer out of your brain. So exactly, but it's something people believe in, for real. And it works. I mean, it's worked a couple of times for me still. It's not going to work all the time, but it definitely has worked a couple of times for me. What is now?
I think this is where Simon is return largest number in array. That is the next challenge, but we're still waiting for
This one I have to do is reduce. I would imagine.
Reduce, yeah. Wait, reduce no normally give you back a one number.
Oh no, yeah, right. No, not reduce. You would use map or filter? Map.
Yeah, I think I did map me to use for mine. But this I've done it by myself. For some reason, I find any algorithms regarding arrays
Easier to work with.
Easier to solve.
Yeah. I found anything that involved a callback function or regular expression gave me a challenge.
Regular expression completely out of it for me. Trust me.
Yeah, me can't. It's
Anything
rough.
reggae.
Yeah, it's rough.
Really mash me up. It rough, man. Because I really think I need to learn reggae all over, beginning from the simplest thing possible to really get him. But I'm gonna have to use it on a daily basis and make it.
That's the thing. It's to practice it. But the thing is, how do you get practice for these things though? Because unless you go to some website that has all these different challenges.
Yeah, they have sites that do algorithms. So algorithms, but why would I even go on a site just to do regex algorithms?
Well, is how are you going to come up with enough practice on your own?
Not sure.
That is a challenge because you can say, all right, fine. How do I find all the E's? I mean, I guess you can bring in arrays from whatever files you have on your computer and all that kind of stuff and just mess around. But other than that, it's going to be hard to kind of figure out what you're doing.
Only.
Although I'm sure there's stuff on YouTube.
Regex really makes sense, like password, or if you're going to build something like search, like a search engine or something.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And doesn't somebody have like some kind of framework that you can use for password? I'm surprised they don't. So that us simple people don't have to write our own regular expression.
That's my great error right there because I'm not really good for authentication. That's my problem. Because me doing a build up application recently. Well, last year, December, started over now still. And we build up the front end, we can assist stuff. We build up part of the back end when we connect it to a database.
Yeah.
We can get information from the database and present it on the screen. But to make it session based and password protected, I'm dumbstruck. I don't know what to do.
What kind of database you use?
It was MySQL.
Oh, MySQL. Okay.
Because when I started Mongo database yet, since I realized that it's the in thing for Node, they find a way of wire MySQL to Node and use it.
Yeah, I'm there.
You did solve it, Gio?
Type to case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this word thing, it's saying word that for each is not a function. What's happening?
Share back your screen. Let me see what I'm going.
Oh yeah, because it might be a similar thing where word is now a string.
Oh yeah.
And strings don't have a for each method.
So there are two array, MDN two array. Or two character array.
See it half done. Yeah, let me see it. Yeah, show your screen.
Oh, let me show my screen. Yeah. Let's hope that the noise doesn't chop up now because I'm at the home, so let's see how it goes. That's it?
Oh Lord.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Is there such a thing as two array?
Oh, I think so, you know.
Let me check it. MDN 2.
It might not be that syntax, but I think there is. I'm pretty sure I read some shit that I heard. Is array.
Oh, split.
No.
Why didn't I just allow MDM for be their own page and done. My gosh. Every man got a trick. Just for the metal them all. Man.
Yeah, I think it's not even a joke. It's something that's serious to do in Japan.
Wow.
Having MDN come up on my page more frequently, if not my home page, like
Yo.
daily emails.
Once me log in, it just give me a reminder. Say, oh, we need to code.
I have this thing called momentum. So every time you open a new tab, it reminds you of stuff. You can put see that? Hello Giovanni, what is your main focus today?
Yeah, that's all for some MDN on that.
Energy. Yeah. Background look nice though.
And them give background every day. Different backgrounds.
Oh, the same momentum thing?
Yeah. Yo, so what going on now?
Alright. What are we doing title case? Word for each. Alright, so word. But why are we nesting a second for each?
Letter for the letters.
Yeah.
No, but why not? No, but why not just
Split it.
when you?
Why not just cut off the Alright, see that now we're working with the words, the string word.
Yeah, just do what you have to do inside that original function.
Yeah. Why not just take off, find it the first, well, when they're index 0, and just change that to uppercase. Wait, this supposed to can work with index off, right?
It should be able to.
No, but
Because here's the thing, Joe. You see, from your first function, line 7, words that for each function word, that parameter is going to be each word now. So now each word that you have the first letter to capitalize and the rest of the word.
yeah.
So you can do it from right there in that function. So you can just say, all right, word, word,
Just a word first letter.
index 0, right? Would be to uppercase. And then what would you use? Slice.
Loop through everything else.
And then word. No, you don't have to word. You don't have to loop through anything else again, because it's already looping for you. So you want it to return. All right. Console return. What is it? Return word. Check out that and return word and look at what your output gets. Word is not defined. What? What? Oh, because you have return word twice. You can actually take out that return statement altogether.
Guys, I'm missing. The return, only the last return statement to run. What if
change that Gaza to word and
Huh? Wait, why is it not going
like
inside the function?
I wonder.
check out that line 10. Where you have a line 10.
No, line 10, that's the closing of for each.
You mean 11?
So what is line 11?
It now go inside of that function, right? That's all.
Right. Return word. Run that function now. Let me see what.
Can I console that log here?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think what you're done log information to would be your browser console. But
yeah, you forgot open your dev tools.
Dev tools to find that. That's why I use JSBin. Lazy.
Yeah, say everything there.
I am a little teapot. So I go through it.
But it had with each time it run.
right? So right, no, but that means right. So what you're doing is you're targeting the correct elements. So now it's just to set them up the way you
So
want.
we have to make
Right
the
now
rest of
you're
them
uppercase.
lowercase.
Yeah, but right now so now you're gonna add to it, which would be everything else, which would be word.
Really, you know what?
Slice.
My question is
Yeah,
for word 0 to uppercase, is it?
yeah.
When I see what turn uppercase in console or so.
I am I don't know.
Because I'm supposed to turn uppercase. You sure said that word 0 actually a run?
Oh.
Oh yeah, you're right. It doesn't.
Wait, how come they have this? Oh no, they're running tests and it's showing in our console.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get it. But I think because it has to do with the fact that they have their system and you're using it as an IDE and all that shit. So. I say JS bin.
Exactly what I'm using JS bin for everything. Yeah, we can remove the HTML part in the youth.
Oh shoot. I use my Miranda sitting.
Yeah, but doesn't JS John like how you use JS bin running? It's more or less the same thing, not true?
Yeah, it's the same thing. But one can show
Wait,
you frame
your line
by
of break
frame.
up.
Because JS bin doesn't give you frame by frame.
Yeah. Python tier show to frame by frame.
Zine. That's a 2 thing for save. 2 bookmark.
Alright, see it now.
Oh.
Yet run? Yeah, but we're not seeing no difference.
It now work on it. Yeah, that me I wonder that me they ask you if you can actually manipulate the stuff them inside or if you just can return and
Yes, I can manipulate it, but I think word 0 to uppercase. Let me try that by itself and see if that actually work. Because I don't think you can mutate you can do any changes to a string. You're doing it that way. I think you have to reassign strings.
Oh.
But I think you can grab a string by the index and make changes to it.
That's true.
Because you're doing it in a for each?
I think that is one of the first lessons we get in a JavaScript.
Yeah.
We then get hello world, and if you change it to Jello world or some shit like that.
You have to reassign. It's not. You can't. It's immutable.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Z.
That look weird, but let me see if it works. Index off. Or character at.
Yeah, but why isn't word 0 working? That no sense.
Because because it's immutable string, you can't just update it, so you can't do.
No, but I could have sworn that's what I did.
Anywhere?
I mean, I didn't use a for each, but let me find out my code. What is one name title?
I think that would only word at 0. It would only return that H. One tier of the word. Alright. me share what print out on mine.
Oh well, yeah. No, I did push mine into a new variable.
Yeah. Unless you save the information in a variable that different.
Yeah.
This by itself returns a lowercase. I'm saying it.
No, but what it means then is that you need to define a variable inside of that. Well, can you do that in a for each? Yeah, well, yeah, it's a function. Yes, so you define a variable inside there, and then you basically push
What I'm gonna
or
send a return.
So the replace.
It only creates a new variable. So if you call back that string, that's what the function would do. Call back the string,
Yeah.
the word, but it not call back with the uppercase.
I still don't understand why that doesn't work though.
I'm gonna show you how I attack. Just long if you share back your screen, I'll show you how I attack. Look on the code on my screen if you can see it.
Yeah. String that lower to lower. Okay.
Alright, let me run it. On the first console log, you only log out the H in a lowercase.
Right.
You make no changes to string itself. You realize? My callback string, it'll come back as the big hello world.
Okay, right.
So what Giovanni do, when him run word, when him run this for him, so this was word. That's word, but word. When him run word, it actually return this and make no changes to the word itself.
Oh, I see what you're saying because the other console log was actually just returned. Okay, all right. So it means that you need to define a variable. It means you need to define a variable.
What we do, actually chop off the ending and isolate the first letter, turn that in an uppercase, and work with the ending.
Yeah, turn the ending in a lowercase and then run it.
Yeah, and then just merge it.
But I still don't understand why he can't do that in the for each though.
He can.
Oh.
But you'd have to save each element of
a new variable, a new array, or a new word, or whatever. So in the for each you define a new array, and then you basically push everything into that. You isolate the first letter, and you uppercase that. You lowercase everything else, and then you put them back together in that, and then return the new array.
So like a words array.
Right.
Yeah, so you create an array again. Right, that was one from the brain.
Empty square brackets.
Empty square brackets.
Or you could probably use a new array constructor. I'm sure they have one of those too.
Yeah, that would just take a do, man. Say, hold on. I say I do it. Alright, so how this go now? You said so for each word.
Share back your screen.
Each word in word,
yeah.
Words array. And then you push each letter of the word.
Share back your screen.
Right, so you have your first you don't have that new array, so now you're going to assign.
Oh, you share screen again. You want to just watch it live?
Yo, the developer, yo, somebody lazy about everybody else, I swear.
What I could do is, okay, that makes sense too. So if I pass in the index, I can check, I can do manipulation with the index, that's alright.
Yeah, but the index, that's gonna be the index of each word.
Oh.
So I'm would be 0, A would be 1, little would be right. So var words array. All right, put words are dot. All right, push word open bracket, square bracket. Same placement. No man, same place we did that before.
So word would equal to the words array at the end.
No. Because no.
So right.
Oh, you mean that?
So word not line 10.
Alright. Words line 10. You're going to push word square brackets 0.
Okay, so you're pushing each letter.
Plus. Yeah. No, inside the
curly brace. Yeah.
Now inside word dot slice.
Word dot slice. What that do?
Wait, slice it cut. I don't know if it chopped the word itself, the string.
At a particular index.
So one to the end.
What? Well, yeah, you don't even have to put anything else. You just put one
alone.
just
put one, and it automatically fill in
everything else. Now, that is it. Now return words array. Oh, hold on. Before I do that though, line 8. You have to add the line 8 at the AY at the end of that variable name. Yeah. And then line 15, return words array.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
And I think you can comment out line 14 and 12.
Oh, that alone work. So where are you doing the upper?
Oh, okay, right. Now line 10, word, that first part of it, word index 0 dot to uppercase. Capital U, capital C.
Case you.
Yeah. And word dot slice.
So everything
to lowercase.
Huh?
To lowercase. Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, to lowercase.
Okay.
I run that.
I need to get back there for tool there, you know. That's very important.
Why is that still? What is?
Yeah, it's still show me that.
Yeah, what is that? No. Words array undefined, empty array. Why the hell did it not even? Oh, but there it is. So why did that?
Oh, I think it's the overall return. Okay.
But that don't make no sense because it just capitalized it a while ago.
Yeah, it's doing it inside.
It's doing it in the function.
Why isn't it doing it outside? So what is supposed to happen? what they ask us to return function, return the provided string. Yeah.
Oh, did you join it back?
No.
I don't think so.
No,
Either.
no. So out here.
Yeah, that's what it is. They're not joined back. Return words array dot join. No, line 12.
Isn't? Oh.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. No. Same place where you do it
No,
because it's the function.
I think on the line 12, you know, because the variable they don't accessible outside. You know, accessible outside of the for each day.
No, but I'm saying, but we never do any manipulation to the actual words inside this then.
No, you made a manipulation inside the word, inside the for each. But all right, from a variable standpoint, when I think, all right, you see where you have line 6, we have the variable there.
Yeah.
The
Well, it's